Om Shrim Hrim Klim Glom Ganganapataye Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamanaya Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Klim Glom Ganganapataye Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamanaya Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Klim Glom Ganganapataye Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamanaya Swaha. ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आन शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ अथ गणपतिप्रार्थना घनपाठः। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिं त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे गणपतिं त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कविगं हवामहे गणपतिं हवामहे कविं गणपतिमिति गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कविगं हवामहे कविं कवीनां कविगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं कवीनाम् उपमश्रवस्तममित्युपमश्रवः तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणः ज्येष्ठराजमिति ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पते पते ब्रह्मणस्पते पते ब्रह्मणस्पत आपते पत आपते पत आनो न आपते पत आनः आनो न आनः शृण्वन् न शृण्वन्नो न शृण्वन्नोतिभिरुतिभिः शृण्वन्नो न शृण्वन्नोतिभिरुतिभिः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदोतिभिः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीद ऊतिभिः सीदोतिभिरुतिभिः साधनकं सीदोतिभिरुतिभिः सीदसादनम् ऊतिभिरित्यूतिभिः साधनकं सीदसादनं साधनमिति साधनम् ॐ शान्तिः। Ganapati we just remembered because the Ganapati days are going on. Human life, it is so tough to live as a human itself. In that continuously utilizing intellect to become aware of what is happening around me, what is happening within me, what is the thing that is sought by us or required by us or to be gained by us. Even to understand these things is so tough. Only after that, again, systematic pursuit of that which we have to get or we want to gain. Among this, again, to the human, though we boast, we have mana, we have buddhi, we have all faculties. Having the faculties is different. Like I have a 2 lakhs of, let us say, why should I have? I don't have. You have a 2 lakh cost of the, let us say, iPhone, very costly. But having that is different from knowing all its utilities, all its beautiful possibilities, and using it for that purpose is different. Same way, we are born definitely as a human with a human sharira in that all faculties. But that's different from how we understood them, have we known what for they are given, then what to be done with them. We are not even having this knowledge that These great sophisticated equipments we are only misusing for our own destruction, just like we are not even aware that all these electronic gadgets which are given, even including our friends, etc., we are only misusing them for our own destruction. Because through that, all those interactions, we are only spoiling our own manantakarana. In the same way, this much also awareness is not there to us. So, from there, slowly becoming aware of everything around, everything within us, then clearly understanding what should be the purpose, what should be the goal, not what I think to be the goal or what I want the goal to be. This think and want are of very, cheating levels. They are all ditching. They are all without proper authority. But really, and what help we take is luckily that we have the gurus, they have given us the shastras. When we expose to them, that is the whole topic now we are talking, that at least after a decade of time, we come to know that this must be the goal. Before knowing that this must be the goal, how can we do what is required to be done to reach to that goal? Without doing these two things, knowing the goal and doing the things to reach the goal, everything else we understand do are thinking that this is the goal and doing this to be the means, only getting finally the disappointment. One thing. Second, again, even when we come to the Shastra Shravana, what is the level of our Manabuddhyadi Antakarana to be able to study, grasp all. And here also in the Shastras, easy to study the Bhakti Shastra, not easy to practice. I'm talking about studying. Easy to study Bhakti Shastra. But what to talk about the Yoga Shastra study and understanding? And more so difficult is the Jnana Shastra or the Vedanta Shastra. And remember, easy or difficulty in anything in our life depends on where do we stand. It depends subjectively. If one has already in a distance of 500 kilometers crossed 300, he is left only with 200. The one who has not at all started, for him he'll have to cross 500. And the one who has reached 499, only 1 kilometer is there. So it is subject. Here also we are in general talking. Particularly everyone should know where do they stand in these steps of sadhana and then go further. Having given that hint, so for us also, at what level of our faculties we have, I know if you really observe how much of overhauling, how much of sending it to the garage and getting these inner equipments perfected, suitable for the sadhana we have to make. Is it not? Like walking on the road or at home, all that is generally everybody does it. But then to be able to climb the mountains, the stamina capacity are different, both of physical body and prana shakti. You can't say मैं 20 किलोमीटर हर दिन घर में भाग चलता हूँ मतलब plains में, therefore it is not at all tough for me to climb the mountains. You may be little okay than others, but then that requires different qualification. ये उधर काम नहीं करता. In the same way, in Vyavahara, we may be using our sentiments, emotions of the mind with love attachment. But that is not enough for the great sadhana of bhakti. So, to in Vyavahara, we may use intellect to do, to think and understand and do what is to be done, what is to be gained, let us say monetarily or power wise, etc. But the intellect required for piercing through the words and grasping what is indicated as goal and means through the Shastras, it calls for a different preparation of intellect. And you can't have the same training for a watchman, for a police officer or a police constable, or a soldier at the border security. They're all different grades. They all appear to be same. Nahi, nahi. To be there in the BSF and always guarding the borders is a different, tougher training of all sorts altogether. Right from patriotism to the readiness to sacrifice the life, up to all the skills to protect the life and defeat the enemy. All of them are required. In the same way, by the study of 2 3 years of Upanishads, what we have come to know is we need a different personality to create of our own selves to become fit for studying, understanding, grasping, convinced, doing, and reaching the goal indicated in this Shastra. Then we have to work for it. We have to tadapna padta uske liye. We have to request the Lord, beg the Lord. That is why see Vangme Manase Pratishtitam or Yaschandra Samrshavo or Shanno Mitraha. In the Vedas himself, in the before the study of Upanishad or Veda, through the Shanti mantras, how much that slaver, that begging and requesting is done to the variety of Devata expressions to bless our faculties which are fit for this different journey altogether. So then has this started thought in us? Okay, I'm spending time, but how much thoroughly I am understanding and grasping and remembering what is understood and grasped. And spirituality, it is not a part-time job, no, all the time. Hmm. That as we see just now in the Shanti mantra, Anena Adhitena Ahoratran Sandadhami. All the time I am in touch with the Tattva only as primary and only thing. Now, to be able to do that, which is a necessary requirement, what a different type of personality we have to have of all Deha, Indriya, Prana, Manabuddhi. So, all these while last 3 4 years was an experiment only to see whether can we study Upanishads, can we understand them, can we remember the knowledge, can we know the sadhana to be done there to reach the goal. The answer is we can, we must, but we have not yet started. So from now on, only the 2 3 focuses are how we are always conscious of keeping our equipments fit and ready only for spiritual journey. थोड़ा भी उसको फिसलने नहीं देना. Then with that equipments, how much serious, sincere. I'm underlining the word serious and sincere to study and understand what is said in the Shastras. है ना? Coming to the classes is different from being serious in the study. First thing can be done, but second also has to come. After that seriousness in the desire to know the Shastra alone, our application is different type while being in the class, while at home, of doing the homeworks to study. After that only, the strong will and desire to know the truth, and then only the required sadhanas are consciously understood step by step. Then we do. In this world, any work, whether it is a CID work, ACB CID, though, Jasusi wala, or any research work to improve upon any branch of the science, what is an application of those? A great, the CID department people or the scientists. You just see that struggle of how they go through the whole matter or the issue 100 times from different angles. Then only exactly their investigation regarding the whereabout all the details of the crime are slowly understood by them. कोई कोई केस तो 10 12 साल भी लग जाते. In the same way, for the scientist to discover the correct principle for what he wants to create for the world, ये पूरा जिंदगी लग जाती है. You understand? That's why all these scientists, etc., are worthy of salutation. Whole life they sacrifice for it. Now, these two examples are given only to say that how much we have applied ourselves on ourselves to study ourselves. Where do we stand? Called as Adhyaya. Then the study Shastra as to where to reach and how to reach. Then joining both of them steadily, what exactly every conscious moment to be done. If we do, then we are called as spiritual seekers. In short, whether it is the outer life of achievements or spirituality, पूरे अपने जिंदगी को अपने हाथ में लेना होता है, सारे फैकल्टीज को अपने हाथ में लाना होता है, देन पूरा हर एक क्षण को कमांड करना होता है. No movement is going without our awareness. No faculty is going anywhere other than where do we choose. And our choice is only of spiritual means and spiritual goal. In this way and much, much more, when one matures, then only the very subtle, sublime truth, though all pervading, though that alone is reality, though that alone is everything, yet that cannot be consistently comprehended, aimed at, or reached out to. So, therefore, let this life and lives to come be committedly dedicated in preparing ourselves. Some people, when they try for spirituality, especially this branch of Vedanta Dhyanam, finding it both tough in understanding subject, thousand times difficult in practicing, they just give up and go. Everybody can do that. They are right now not fit for this. So they can go to some yoga, वो भी मुश्किल होएगा उनको. They go to some bhakti, वो भी मुश्किल होएगा. Then they say चलो कहीं सेवा लगाते हैं. थोड़ा देर करके वो they'll fight with everyone there. Then they give up everything, go back to absolute earlier way of just normal worldly life. वहाँ भी रुक जाए तो ठीक है, बिगड़ना नहीं. वहाँ भी जाकर doing all negative things for one's own सुखम होगा. Anyway, so these are people. No, you and I have to question. So being so tough it is. Almost 8 Upanishads we have studied. How much we have moved. कुछ नहीं. So ever should we give it up? Go back to our other branches of sadhana, or only live a normal or a simple life of a grahastha or a samsari? One can choose it. And there's no compulsion. There's a big problem in Vedanta. It never compels. The compelling feeling has to come from within. And nobody can give it. Maybe the Guru, if we are that way tuned to the Guru, and if the Guru finds us to be tuned. An innocent, simple disciple with attitude of surrender, when he stays with the Guru for a few years, Guru does that jadoo of giving that thought of compelling or compulsion to reach the goal in that disciple. बाकी सब आते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ करते हैं, जाते हैं. लाइक इन द गवर्नमेंट, एमएलएज, एमपीज, मिनिस्टर आएंगे, कुछ तो करेंगे. अब देखो जो भी कुछ कर रहा है, कुछ तो होता है ना जब करते हो तो. व्हेन यू डू समथिंग, समथिंग विल हैपन. व्हाट इज ग्रेट अबाउट इट? बट हु हैज टेकन द कंट्री टू ग्रेट हाइट्स in all aspects? That is the main point to be aimed at. Otherwise, oh, sultanateं आते जाते हैं, all the dynasties come and nastily they die. It doesn't make any difference. Same way, in our life also, entry, exit into spirituality of various things happen during the periods of inspiration and go back when that is gone. That's anybody. It's not that the people who are in the world, so much worldly, were never in spirituality. No, they were in their lives, some of the, in this very lifetime, there were patches, periods, they were in spirituality. Earlier also they were there in earlier life. Next life, they are much more spiritual than us. In that way, एक जिंदगी का एक हिस्सा को देखकर किसी को हम डिसाइड नहीं कर सकते. That's different. That's not our topic. Topic is, in that way, things happen in the world. But making things happen is the genius. A human being alone can do it if he believes in it. And then, having believed that I can do make the things happen, then I have to work out what is the thing to be made happen, how to go about it. We are talking only spirituality here, not like some countries. So, everybody made it happen. And the Japan made it happen in their own the electronics and technology. The Germany made it happen in their own mechanical engineering, and the USA made it happen in dominating the world financially. Some made it happen to be a country of terrorism. Some made it happen like the communist countries, pura nastikvad. And every nation tried to make it happen, something. No, we also, what exactly we have to make it to happen is this spirituality only. So with that, I can make it attitude, I must make it attitude. When one fully takes the whole life into charge and first and foremost prepares his antakarana fully fit for this journey. And when you do the rafting, when you do the paragliding, when you do the rock climbing, or when you do that bungee jumping from the rock or mountain, even from helicopter or flight, no, the trainings are different. It's not normal. Anybody cannot do anything in this world. And everybody can do two, three things. Khao, so jao, and that can. But then each one different requires different. So too for Adhyatmika Pragati. 24 घंटे, you can't avoid to be aware of the faculties and maintaining their status quo healthy way suitable for sadhana. It is so sensitive our equipments and our relation with the equipments and sadhana. थोड़ा सा नींद ज़्यादा हो गया उस दिन पूजा गया सत्संग गया जब गया एवरीथिंग थोड़ा ज़्यादा नींद हो गई इज इट नॉट little of pain has come in the body that day all mood is gone we can't do sadhana. How sensitive are our faculties and our attachment to them, and how sensitive is the relation between the faculties and spiritual sadhana. थोड़ा सा दुख हो गया उस दिन बस नहीं पढ़ेंगे आज शास्त्र किसी थोड़ी सी डिस्कशन में आर्गुमेंट हो गए दिमाग little money lost, somebody troubled little. See how continuously our energies are drawn away by all these happenings. The happenings we can't avoid, but we have not learned the art of allowing them to happen, but ourselves not getting disturbed, so that our sadhana is not disturbed. Again, our sadhana not getting disturbed. When they are on the borders behind bunkers, watching at the enemy, they can't even see the scorpion is biting them. चींटी काट रहा है सांप आया है because little inadvertence from that side the shelling will happen. How much they are, the army का training ही अलग होता है जबरदस्त. Army and then spiritual real training, they are of highest degree and cadre. So I'm focusing today more on thinking about ourselves. Once we decide to walk spiritual path and reach spiritual goal, taking our life into our own hands, both the things. Whole day's planning should be fully commanded by us, which should be chalked out for spiritual sadhana. Second is the faculties have to be minded all the time, keeping them fit, intact for like a doctor. There are some doctors, 25, 30, 40 years, they don't get even one disease. Because if the doctor himself becomes patient, it is shown, it is proved that he is not careful about himself only. When he is healthy, then only he can take care. I'm always wondered to see all these MPs and all, जो 70-80 के ऊपर ही होते हैं कैसे चिल्लाते लड़ते एक दूसरे से 80 years मैं तो थक ही गया हूं, अभी आई कांट टॉक एनर्जी इज नॉट देयर हाउ डू दे डू मैनेज इट these are all sports persons etc and all what a it's a different हर एक बंदा योगी है उस दृष्टि से देखोगे द फील्ड्स में भी ओके बट अगर महायोगी बनना है देह इंद्रिय उपाधियों को कंट्रोल करने वाला then only anybody can excel in anything. Therefore don't underestimate anyone. Even a terrorist also mahayogi, but wrong way. He's doing the wrong thing, but his training is alert awareness and all not ordinary. कोई घोटाला करने वाला महायोगी है महायोगी घोटाला नहीं करता बट घोटाला वाला योगी है वो not an easy thing to do the scams and escape the things and even though the case comes on to limelight how it is procrastinated postponed with other side aspects the whole politics में हर दिन वही होता है how intelligent people postpone their cases and continue to be in the power कितना दिमाग लड़ाना पड़ता in our India, at least 7, 8 chief ministers are there who have so many tens and twelves of terrible pending cases on them. एमपीज की तो क्या बताएं, 100 150 200, क्या दिमाग होगा उनका. आई एम टेलिंग जस्ट नेगेटिव एग्जांपल्स only to say that spirituality is not a play, it is not an ordinary thing. You just give it up better and be a samsari. If you really want to do and grow, then metal is different, material is different, the mehnat is different. By being in this household values and lives and all, household, you wanting to become spiritual. That is why Bhagavan Adi Shankara, in that very first Sambandha Bhashya, 10 pages in the Aitareya Upanishad specially, has so strongly told us what is the qualification for spiritual evolution and sadhana and not, what is not. We will see that slowly. Today's Upodghata is just because we are starting a new Upanishad, just to reconcile or just revisit ourselves and see where do we stand. Honestly, and there's nothing to feel bad about. If we are at zero level, never mind. Because in the initial days, our rockets used to be blasted on the ground only. Now we are reaching Chandrayaan, Gaganyaan and all. अभी चंद्रा गगन यान नहीं, हम तो यानिंग लेवल में है हम अभी. सो लुक इनटू आवरसेल्व्स एंड रीस्टार्ट करें फिर से, हर बार रीस्टार्टिंग ओनली. Reset and restart and refresh. These are the buttons every day we have to do. So this time while studying Aitareya, let us check ourselves as to how our inner faculties are fit for this sadhana and siddhi. साधना की तो बात दूर है, इवन शास्त्र को अध्ययन करने लायक है क्या, श्रवण करने के लायक है क्या. No, it requires such a love for the shastra, patient to be regular in the class, committed to go back, do homework and study. बहुत मुश्किल है वो. No, all of that is only again to listen and understand. Again to remember that understood thing. ये अलग मेहनत है फिर से. बंदे समझते हैं वेदांत बट भूल भी जाते हैं, साइड पे रख देते हैं. They are busy in the worldly things. Again pulling ourselves from that as goal to this as the goal and applying only for that. है ना, उस समय मुश्किलात भी होती है इधर, एंड अदर वर्ल्ड टेम्पटेशंस आल्सो पुल देम. टफ नो, बट पीपल कॉम्प्रोमाइज इट. चलो दोनों चलेगा करके, खूब परोठे लस्सियां भी खाकर तगड़े मोटे भी होंगे एक तरफ, और दूसरी तरफ वेदांत भी लगाएंगे. हाउ मेनी केसेस वी हैव नॉट सीन. They are not actual sadhaka. Sadhaka means totally mind is only on the truth. You can't compromise even little to live life at the upadhi level. Upadhis are used only for yoga. Thereafter they kept away. They can't be even thought about also for using for bhoga even once. Then only the truth is revealed. See, you may travel. Travel is not travel. No, travel is to reach. In spirituality, without qualification, our so called travel is like cycling the cycle, keeping the cycle on the stand. You may say, मैं साइकिलिंग कर रहा हूँ, उस किसने कहा नहीं कर रहे हो, बट पहुंच रहे क्या कहीं नहीं, लगा हुआ स्टैंड. यू एंड दे आर लाइक दिस फ्रॉम 3 years साइकिलिंग कर ही जा रहे, और एवरी डे कमिंग टू द क्लास, बट स्टैंड लगा है. What is the stand here? Not even little of the worldliness given up. Not even little of the spiritual qualifications consciously gained once for all without compromise, whether it is viveka or vairagya or shama or dama or uparama titiksha. इनके शब्द ही याद नहीं है हमको. शब्द words we don't know, word meaning how do we know, then how do we know we have done those sadhanas. This is how in Kali Yuga. And don't blame anyone if somebody with all efforts also not moved in an inch. Why? Because we are the examples. मैं तो समझ गया बाबा, है ना. कोई भी बंदे को साधना में फेल होते हैं तो यू कांट डाउट आवर क्वेश्चन इज इंटीग्रिटी आर एफर्ट, बिकॉज इट इज सो टफ. जब करते हैं तभी पता चलता है ना कितना मुश्किल है. हम देखो, यू कांट मैनेज द बॉडी, यू कांट मैनेज द सेंसेस, यू कांट मैनेज द टाइम, यू कांट मेक योर डे schedule properly, you can't stick to that. And in that bringing spirituality, that also consistently. Oh, it Mahayuddha, Mahabhayankara. All yuddhas put together which have happened in the world outside, right from the creation, or is the yuddha inner. मैं तो इस नतीजे पे आया हूँ, and we have to fight it, है ना? Then we have to depend on the Guru and God and their anugraha with so much of upasanas, prayers. Then with that little, again journey may happen. इसलिए कहा चरई वेती, चलते जा चलते जा चलते जा, आप पहुंचेंगे कब नहीं पता. So today's and these times our focus is how much we have made in all aspects qualified and fit for the true spiritual journey. It is neither to blame anyone or to question, just to study where do we stand. Then only we can say we have some right for asking the Guru and God to bless. Other they laugh at us. अरे तुम्हें अपने अंदर से तैयार नहीं हो और हमको मांगते हो. Like it is like taking the money from the bank to construct a house or start a company. बट देन कोई जगह भी नहीं ढूंढा, कौन सा कंपनी स्टार्ट करना ही नहीं सोचा. That is why they don't give loan. First they ask which is the place and all. When everything is insured and all other things that you can repay the loan or not, वो सब देकर ही they sanction करते हैं लोन. है कि नहीं? देवतास गुरु ऑल्सो सब वही देखते, अरे तुम किस तरह से तैयार हो बताओ. विवेक आ गया, वैराग्य आ गया, मुमुक्षुता आ गया क्या? That I want to know the truth and all. And along with that, ready for every sacrifice. Nay, without that, even if I give, you don't use it. And I am giving you. Gurus are giving us everyday class. But kaya ka fayda ho raha hai? Zero. Why? I don't know how to use it. They're not fit that way. So in सब चीज़ों को भी ध्यान देते हुए, we have to, the more we become serious, sincere about it, that more it is better. It's good. We can really feel the joy of really bringing those transformations in us in terms of faculties. So to the joy of something we have done of the Upanishadic Jnana. नहीं है तो बैठो शाम के क्लास में, भागवत सुनो, रामायण सुनो, महाभारत कथाएं सुनो, जय बोलते हैं गुरु महाराज, तुम भी जय बोलो, होने के बाद प्रसाद देते हैं, खूब खाकर चले जाना. आज बढ़िया था, बहुत बढ़िया. क्या सत्संग नहीं, प्रसाद. There are millions like that. Is it not? Let us that way think, rethink, refresh, restart again and again, and what do you say? Ensure that we are on the path. दिन में 4-5 घंटे तो लगे रहना, अब बढ़ाते जाना. And the final qualification is 24/7. We are only into this field. थोड़ा भी इधर जाएंगे ना तो फिर वो हमको कमज़ोर बनेगा, न्यूट्रलाइज करेगा, डिस्ट्रैक्ट करेगा, भी नेगेटिविटीज क्रिएट करेगा, कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ हो ही जाता है. लाइक प्योर हिंदुइज्म को बिलीव करने वाले, एज लॉन्ग एज दे आर इन इट देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. लिटिल बिट गॉट मिसगाइडेड बाय समवन, and that someone intentionally never misguided. He started that with some other idea. But if one is not careful, see slowly कितना disturbance होता है. See, I was just watching that Khalistan and all. क्या पागल बने? They are all Hindus only. But then in these 300-400 of years, that unwanted, unhealthy, the barriers have come and all. Same is spirituality. Little chance we give to something else, it just starts gaining value and importance. To that extent, यहाँ का value चला जाता है. That is called मोहमाया, my dear friends. मोहमाया से कभी खिलवाड़ नहीं करना, हार ही जाएंगे. करे क्या फिर? भगवान के चरण नहीं छोड़ना, बस. That is what is being regular in our pursuit. All in all, माइंड इंटेलेक्ट को खोलना भी है, उसको सात्वगुणी बनाना भी है. We have to make it sharp and subtle, alert all the time. It is always in the mood of contemplation is where do I stand. So all that is spirituality. When we see all this, na, then when we look at the great masters like Puja Gurudev and all, how many lives of tapasya they might have done to reach to that level of the commanding of the whole life and life's activities and keeping the goal in mind, towards the goal, rigorously working throughout life and achieving such a incalculable successes. अब उनका कंपेयर करो, हमको क्या है, नींद नहीं आता इसलिए क्लास में आते हैं, इधर भी नींद नहीं आता इसलिए गम में जाते हैं। या नींद से उड़कर क्लास में आकर सोते हैं, खत्म होएगा नींद इधर, बैक टू स्लीप अगेन. आई एम तो टेलिंग माई सेल्फ. So may we be serious regarding this. May we beg all the Rishimuni Guru Devatas, respective corresponding Devatas, to bless us, to give us the knowledge and power that we understand in its entirety, entire spiritual sadhana and life, and we slowly know what to do and do what we know. Keep moving. So that is the idea. Now let us do our newly started Aitareya Upanishad. Yesterday we saw the Shanti mantra. Today we will do the synopsis of what it contains in its three adhyayas. Okay, just to see. And then little Sambandha Bhashyam, maybe first mantra. Let us start with few prayers. Om. 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 ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भेषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वर जीवविवेकविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्या भक्तिविद्या योगविद्या धर्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. समस्त ऐतरेय उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. आद्यशङ्कराचार्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्यपरम्परायाः भक्तभगवत्परम्परायाः समस्त आध्यात्मिक साधनानां योगानां च पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा समस्त विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं समग्र अभिवृद्धि प्राप्त्यर्थं अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये शास्त्र ज्ञान प्रचार कार्ये निष्ठितानाम् अस्माकं सह समस्त साधक भक्त सेवक जिज्ञासु उपासक धर्म संस्थापकानां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्य विजय इत्यादि सत्संपदा सद्गुण सत्साधन सत्शक्तीनाम अवाप्ति द्वारा तेषां सर्वेषां बाह्य अभ्यंतर समस्त शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्री ऋग्वेदांतर्गत ऐतरेय आरण्यकांतर्गत ऐतरेय उपनिषदः श्री आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Now let us chant the first khanda of this one. Then Shanti mantra summarizing. Then we go for the summary of the entire Upanishad, just like that. to become little familiar, then we go into the introductory Bhashya, one para, first mantra. These are the thoughts today. Let us see how far the Lord takes us. Start. Om Adashri ಋಗ್ವೇದಾಂತರ್ಗತ ಐತರೇಯ ಆರಣ್ಯಕಾಂತರ್ಗತ ಐತರೇಯ ಉಪನಿಷದ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಆದ್ಯಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಕೃತ ಮಂಗಳಾಚರಣ ಶ್ಲೋಕಂ ಓಂ ಮನಸ್ತಾಪತಪಶಾಂತ್ಯೈ ಯಸ್ಯ ಪಾದನಖಚ್ಛಟ ಶರಚ್ಚಂದ್ರನಿಭಾಭಾತಿ तं वन्दे नीलचिन्मणिम् ॐ अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः प्रथमः खण्डः शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य आणीस्थः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ आत्मा वा इदमेक एवाग्र आसीत् नान्यत् किञ्चन मिषत स ईक्षत लोकान्नुसृजा इति स इमान् लोकान् असृजत अम्भो मरीचिः मरम् आपो अधः अम्भः परेण दिवं द्यौः प्रतिष्ठा अन्तरिक्षं मरीचयः पृथिवी मरोया अधस्तात्ता आपः स ईक्षते मेनुलोका लोकपालान्नुसृजा इति सः अद्भ्यः एव पुरुषं समुद्धृत्या मूर्छयत् तमभ्यतपत् तस्याभितप्तस्य मुखं निरभिद्यत यथा अण्डं मुखाद्वाक् वाचोऽग्निर् नासिके निरभिद्येतां नासिकाभ्यां प्राणः प्राणाद्वायुः अक्षिणी निरभिद्येताम् अक्षिभ्यां चक्षुः चक्षुषः आदित्यः कर्णौ निरभिद्येताम् कर्णाभ्यां श्रोत्रं श्रोत्रात् दिशः त्वं निरभिद्यत त्वचो लोमानि लोमस्य ओषधिवनस्पतयः हृदयं निरभिद्यत हृदयात् मनः मनसः चन्द्रमाः नाभिर्निरभिद्यत नाभ्याम् अपानः अपानान् मृत्युः शिश्नं निरभिद्यत शिश्नाद्रेतो रेतस आपः ॐ शान्तिः 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 friends. In that first Adishangra Krita Prarthana mantra, we have seen here Manastapa Tamah Shantyai Yasya Pada Nakachata Sharachandra Nibhavati Tam Vande Neela Chinmanim. So the Ishvara Upasana Avashyakata, Guru Upasana Anugraha Avashyakata here said very distinctly clearly. Only by their grace, the Tama Shanti, then through the Tama Guna removal, Sattva Guna Vruddhi, the required amount of the Jnanam is gained, then only the Mana Shanti. So this Mana Shanti, Manastapa Shanti. मन का ताप करने वाला तमस का. सो तमस का शांति करो तो मन का ताप चला जाएगा. सो मनस्ताप तपशांति, तमशांति. So as we said yesterday, even in the worldly activities, the manastapa, this word is used very much in our this Telugu Sanskrit language of here. बहुत मनस्ताप हो गया उनको करके. Other language also they may be using, but in Telugu exactly same word. And it is said in many of the one particular wrong cases that anybody commits suicide. He says मनस्ताप हो गया इसलिए आत्महत्या कर ली. Generally, in that parlance, it is used. Student failed in exam, so manastab ho gaya, he committed suicide. Or a girl in that prema vyavahara, she got disturbed, manastab. किसी को लोन्स ज्यादा हो गए, that किसान है कोई भी हो, मनस्ताप हो गया. General. So remember this beautiful word, manastapa tamashanti. In life, outer or inner, the karana for manastapa is tamaha only, ignorance. Only when the tamaha, ignorance, goes away, then only manastapa, all outer inner dukkhas go away. Okay. Now, how the tamaha, ignorance goes away? Only the knowledge comes. और कहाँ ढूंढोगे knowledge? खुद को ढूंढने से नहीं मिलेगा. You understand? Knowledge, it has to be taken, there is no doubt, but only taken when it is given. You cannot take directly from the books or anywhere. It has to be given by the Guru from his Mukharavinda, then we can take and we have to take. That's why here, जो symbolically said कि the Guru चरण, चरण का उंगली, उसका नखा, उसका चंद्र, प्रभा कांति जो है, it is like शरद चंद्र निभा भांति. Idea is what here कि तम वंदे नील चिन्मणिम. डिवोशन में भगवान चरण को पकड़ो, वो ज्ञान देते हैं, मुक्ति होएगी. डिवोशन में, नॉलेज में क्या है, गुरु के पास जाके, है ना, ही अलोन कैन रिवील दैट ज्ञान ज्योति बाय विच द तम का शांति हो जाएगा. देन ओनली द मनस्ताप गोज अवे. वी कांट हैव द नॉलेज जस्ट लाइक दैट. वी हैव टू बी टॉट. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली क्या है ना, गुरु कैन ओनली टीच. He cannot force us to learn or understand. More than that, he can never ever force us to do sadhana. And the worst of all it is that unfortunately, he cannot do the sadhana for us. नहीं तो क्या ना, अगर गुरु महाराज कर पाए हमारे लिए साधना, सब गुरु लोग करेंगे तैयार, है ना, वी कैन गिव देम समथिंग इन कंपेंसेशन. ऐसा नहीं होता है. घोड़े को यू कैन टेक अप टू द वाटर्स, बट दैट घोड़ा हो गधा खुद को पानी पीना पड़ता है. इन द सेम वे, है ना, Guru can give out of his compassion, but we have to receive it and we have to use or practice it. This is what we have discussed in our entire introduction today. Our job to go and ask him or seek him knowledge, from him knowledge. Our job it is to receive it and we have to apply it. But the simile is so beautiful कि शरद चंद्र निभा भाति. मनस्ताप तमशांते यस्य पाद नखच्छटा शरद चंद्र निभावाति तम वंदे नील चिन्मणिम. Wow, what a beautiful mantra it is. So feel the meaning of this mantra and just pray to the Guru immediate and to the entire Guru Parampara, then the Guru Tattva. Oh Lord, we are at your feet. Please release that Sharachandra Nibha Kanti of your Nakha, so that our inner intellects Tamaha Shanti ho jayegi. Thereafter there is no Manastapa, that means samsara or ignorance or bondage. ऐसा हमको मांगना चाहिए. हो गया. Then we saw yesterday exhaustive our Shanti mantra. Every word is important here again. है ना, वांग में मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो में वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम. Let the mind and speech be mutually integrated and used only for one Paramatma Tattva. This is what we are asking the Om God to bless us. Then He will give the Akal ka tala band jo hai kholwaenge wo. Then we find the techniques from within, how independently and together the Vani and Mana used only for spirituality. Other meanings we have shared yesterday, so no repetition. वांग में मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो में वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम. Third line is आविहि आविर्म एधि. Avihi, the Prakasha Swarup Paramatma, bring and develop the Prakasha in me through every of the class. Like in Sahana Bhavatu, the fourth one. What is the fourth? Tejasvinau Aditam Astu. Sahanavatu, Sahana Bunaktu, Saviryan Karvavahe. चौथा क्या है? तेजस्विनौ अधीतम अस्तु. Adhitam, now Tejasvi Astu. What we have studied should make us a little more Tejasvi than what we are now. Same thing here. It is Avihi, O Prakasha Sarupa Bhagavan, Avihi, that Prakasha. Huh? Me, ma means may here. मेरे लिए एधी means प्रज्वलन करके लेके आइए और दीजिए. Let the light be given to me or illuminated me to me or brought to me. For that, what is the reason? How to do that? Vedasyama ani istaha. So take me near to the Vedas or bring the Vedas to me, near to me. वेदस्यम आनी स्तः वेद को पढ़कर समझने वाला कैपेसिटीज मुझे दो. तो व्हाट अ ब्यूटीफुल, इफ यू गंभीर रूप से अगर इन प्रेयर्स को आप माइंड करोगे ना, यू विल रियली एंजॉय द ब्यूटीफुल हार्ट ऑफ दिस प्रेयर डूइंग बोथ गुरु एंड शिष्य. वांग में मनस्य प्रतिष्ठिता, मनो में वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम. Here, Vak includes all the 10 jnana karmendriyas. Mana includes all the antakarana. Pratishtitam includes or says correct, perfect cohesiveness and integration. है ना? Cohesiveness and integration. Like कुछ कुछ लोग होते हैं ना, अलग रहते हैं, लेकिन still they are so integrated that never a problem comes between them. आई वाज ऑलवेज कंसिडर्ड दिस एनडीए वाले होते हैं ना, एक आध को छोड़कर बिकॉज यार रीजनल वाले होते हैं एंड दे हैव जॉइंड इट बिकॉज ऑफ सेल्फिश मोटिव, नॉट फॉर पैट्रियोटिज्म. तब वो लोग अलग होते हैं. बट अदरवाइज जो जुड़े हैं 9 साल 8 साल, हाउ कम दे आर इंटीग्रेटेड, वेयर एज इन द अदर अलायंस थोड़े होते हो गड़बड़ अलग हो जाते. तो महाराष्ट्र वाला आपने देखा है. अब इंडी वाला इज ओनली क्वेश्चन ऑफ फ्यू डेज. यू विल सी हाउ ईच वन विल ब्रेक फॉर डिफरेंट रीजंस, disintegrated. So I'm giving an example here. Say that कर्म इंद्रिय ज्ञान इंद्रिय कितना कोहेसिव इंटीग्रेटेड होना चाहिए वो for any outer life's beauty and spiritual life's beauty. Because remember, the doer, the doing, the result and experiencing, they are never in the world, they are in me only. So if I know this secret and if I know the secret of managing all of them through proper integration, then there's no samsara at all. There's no dukkha, suffering nahi hoga. So वांग में मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता, मनो में वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम, आविराविर म एधि. So, so एधि means prajvalanam. You, O Lord, Avihi Prakasha Sarupa, becoming prajvalita to remove my ignorance. Okay, एधि एधमान अग्नि, ma means मेरे लिए, आvi means प्रकाश को, एधि means बढ़ाइए. So let the light of knowledge, the knowledge of fire, be blazing in me, so that in that fire of knowledge all ignorance is burnt, or in the light of knowledge all darkness, ignorance is dispelled. Okay, then we have said then vedasyama ani istaha. So Vedasya ma means may means mere liye. Vedasya Veda and Veda Jnana. Anista means prepared to give this Veda Jnana to me. Take initiative, be prepared, be ready, have the Shakti to bless me. Whom are we asking this? Again, Vani and Mana means all other faculties. So these faculties are run by the Adhisthana Devatas. So Adhisthana Devatas are prayed in other Upanishad. Like Shanno Mitraha Sham Varunaha or Bhadram Karnevya Sastina Indro Vruddhashravaha Swastina Pusha. There the Adhisthana Devatas were asked. Here to be just variety. Thoda farak hone ke liye. Just for the sake of to be different or variety only. Here instead of the Devatas, the faculties themselves are asked. Obviously, the faculties cannot be without Devatas. Therefore, this address or prayer is applied to the Devatas only. So, oh my dear Vani, oh my dear Indriyas, Antakarana, all of you. So, to the Avihi Rupa Paramatma, Vedasyama Anistaha, bring the clear understanding of the Veda Jnanam to us. Okay. So, it is we at what level we are, we know, and we are trying, but it is your cooperation required to teach us the subject in such a manner that by understanding it, we are able to lift ourselves, or teach in such a way that we are able to lift ourselves and are able to understand what you say. है कि नहीं? गुरु बोलते जाते हैं, बट उनको हमें उठाना भी पड़ता है. He should lift us. And when Guru is telling, we have to lift ourselves little to catch what he's saying. That's the meaning of Vedasya Anistah. तो वेद को मेरे पास लाकर मुझे समझाइएगा, हम समझ पाए उसको. In that way you teach us. This is one part, but the next part is very, very important. Shrutam me ma prahasihi. Hanam means leaving and going away. So Shrutam means heard, the knowledge which is heard by me. May mujhe ma prahasihi should not leave. It can be the other way also. May Shrutam maya ma prahasi means I also should not give up the knowledge I gained. Neither the knowledge gained by me should leave me, nor I should leave or forget knowledge and live life exactly like ignorant as I was before the study of Upanishads. This is most important. Shrutam me ma prahasi. Me Shrutam ma prahasi. Me means मेरे द्वारा श्रुतम सुनाया हुआ नॉलेज, माँ मीन्स कभी भी नहीं प्रहासी छोड़ के जाए. श्रुतम में माँ प्रहासी. No, in that only how many things are there? And how many of us are even sentimentally, emotionally thinking that what I listen, that knowledge should stay with me. सेंटिमेंटल की बात कर रहा हूं मैं, वो फीलिंग भी नहीं है हमको, आज सुन रहे हैं बस. गौर से कहाँ है फीलिंग? मुझे भी मैं जो पढ़ा रहा हूँ सब मेरे दिमाग में रहना चाहिए. वो zeal and zest and sentiment कहाँ है? वो आई नहीं. When it is not there, then the two things, that my effort and God's grace, how can I invoke them for achieving this thing of sustaining what is heard, retaining what is heard? तो इसमें सब सीक्रेट छुपे हैं. इट्स नॉट अ कैजुअल स्टेटमेंट जो मैं सुना हो ज्ञान मेरे पास हमेशा रह जाए. अरे तुम क्या कर रहे हो उसके लिए? है ना? श्रुतम में मां प्रहासी. That is in the next line only the answer is given to that question. Shrutam me. And again the grace works there. The best example is that of both मुंडक उपनिषद लास्ट नहीं प्रश्न उपनिषद में the final blessings given by the Guru, the Pippalada Maharshi to all the disciples. More best example is what we recently studied in Srimad Bhagavat Mahamurana, that in that meeting of Sudama and Lord Krishna, when they were sharing their childhood stories of being together in the Gurukula. And when on that very terrible night of heavy rains, when both of them were lost in the jungle, thank God alive. Next day, when Guru went and found them, how much emotional the Guru became, sentimental he became, praised the children, thanked them. The body is important to everyone. You never cared your body also to serve the Guru's way. Therefore, what is a blessing given by Sandipani Guru? Do you remember? Chandamsi ayatayamani bhavantu iha paratracha. This is the sentence. Chandamsi ayatayamani bhavantu iha paratracha. Chandamsi means all the Vedas which you are studying with me. Ayatayamani. They never should be forgotten. Iha, here also, paratra, wherever you go. Here means in Gurukula, as long as you are there. Paratra, when you go out of the ashram, when you continue your grahastha ashram or anything you do, ye chandansi, vedajnana, ayatayamani should never become stale or old or forgotten. Again, it has lot of deeper meanings. I have not explained you at that time also, now also. तो हेवी हो जाता है, इसलिए बहुत बार छिपाना पड़ता है. One of the meaning of ayatayamani is what? The knowledge becoming stale. Even Vedantic moksha giving jnanam, if it is not digested, no, like the food does, it not digested, it becomes putrefied and becomes acidity in us. and that acidic dakar जो कितना कड़वा कितना पेनफुल होता है. Same is Vedanta. If it is not properly digested, it becomes mental and intellectual acidity that you feel averse toward the Shastra. That's why some people who used to come regularly for our morning Upanishad Vedanta class, तो उनको ज़्यादा हो गया, डकार हो गया, एसिडिटी, दे स्टॉप्ड कमिंग. दैट इज कॉल्ड यातयाम. हो गया बस, सुने हेवी हो गया ना, विल गो फॉर सम अदर शास्त्र, सम अदर पाथ, दे टेक इट. Those are blessed by the Guru Parampara, ऐसी एसिडिटी नहीं होती. Like some people from childhood, whatever they eat or digestion होता है, उनको एसिडिटी का बात ही पता नहीं. They don't know the base alkaline type of medication to be taken for neutralizing or balancing that acidity. जरूरत नहीं उनकी होती, कुछ भी खाया हजम हो जाता. Some other fellow थोड़ा भी खाओ एसिडिटी, anything, थोड़ा मिर्ची को देखा एसिडिटी. So to some people are there, go on grasping Vedanta, सुनते जाते हैं, समझे या ना समझे, they are not bored of it, lucky they are. Others उसको बात सुनते हैं, बोर हो जाके भाग जाते. कुछ लोग out of excitement they come, stay sometime, they go away. So ayatayamani means let it remain afresh all the time, inspiring you every time with its glorious content. That was a blessing given by our Krishna Bhagavan ko and Balram ji ko or Sudama ji ko, sorry, by Guru Sri Sandipani ji. So here also Guru and Shishya both are praying to the Om Bhagavan ki, what is it called? Ki, Shrutam me ma prahasihi. The same thing in Aitareya was Shrutam me gopaya. So me Shrutam ma prahasihi. Now, the next one is what, basing on which we spoke 28 or 34 minutes of introduction today. The fourth line of this mantra. What is that? Anena adhitena aho ratran sandadhami. Samyak dadhami. Samyak dadhami is anusandhan karunga. Aho ratran, day and night. With what? Anena adhitena. Like the one who is preparing for civil services, or the like one who is now the elections are coming up, politicians, or any national emergency has come. How this parliament बैठ जाती है सुबह दोपहर शाम रात, है ना. अभी जो इमरजेंसी 5 दिन का स्पेशल सेशन लगाया, लगे रहे दिन भर. इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दैट कि सिविल सर्विसेज को जिनको मारना है रिजल्ट, अहोरात्र अनुसंधान. Same in Gita, Ambatvam Anusandadhami. Ahoratra Anusandadhami. And the doctors in the emergency ward. Ahoratran. Anytime the emergency comes, can come. That's called emergency. I can see this in Puja Gurudev's life. Ahoratran, in serving the humanity through the spirituality. Day in and day out. All yogis do that only. उनको रात में नींद वगैरह नहीं होता. Not that they can't sleep. They have conquered all. They तो गुणों में है निद्रा इत्यादि. So they transcended. They are in the Brahmanamurti. So they just go and serve the whole world, different places. है ना. Can you imagine नारद जी जाके के पेड़ के नीचे सो गए and all. अहोरात्रान संदधान. Even if they sit somewhere under tree, they are inside doing that upasana of the Lord or sending blessings to some lokas. बिकॉज ये निद्रा आदि तो अंतःकरण का होता है ना. शुद्ध चैतन्य में निद्रा का होता है. इट्स नॉट गुण, इट इज गुणातीत स्थिति. सो दे डोंट बॉदर इट. उपाधि लेवल में आने से, उपाधियां थकने से, थोड़ा और ज्यादा काम भी नहीं रहने से कुछ लोग सोते हैं. But then to the great Jnanis, no. I'm giving 4 or 5, 6 examples only to say that our commitment is like that. Ahoratran anusandadami. The ahoratran anusandami, two meanings are what? First meaning what? Day and night I will do anusandhana with anena adhitena, the knowledge which I have studied, heard from the Guru. So throughout the day and night I will be reflecting on it, contemplating on it, trying to grasp it, write my notes, do meditation, etc. This is one meaning of ahoratran anena adhitena anusandhana. But the main other meaning is what? Ki, other than this, day in and day out, I am not doing anything else. जनरली many places हम नेगेटिव में बोलते हैं, श्रुति माता कृपा है पॉजिटिवली कह रही है. व्हाट इज नेगेटिव वे ऑफ सेइंग? और कुछ भी नहीं करना, सिर्फ साधना करना. दैट और कुछ भी नहीं करना इज स्ट्रेस्ड, गिवन मोर वेटेज देन सिर्फ साधना करना. मीनिंग इज सेम. और कुछ भी नहीं करना, श्रुति माता is not telling like that, but meaning is that only. She says ahoratran anena anusandadami. Is it not? An intelligent gurus do this. They don't tell the youngsters when they do something wrong strongly, बेटा तू ये गलत कर रहा है, वो करेगा तो तू सत्यानाश हो जाएगा, मत कर मत कर. That is very painful for the child even to listen. That is not correct way of teaching by any matured person. The correct way of teaching is how to keep that fellow busy 24 hours so that he has no time for doing that nonsense. You understand? Therefore, the intelligent parents say, बेटा तुमको करना है ना कर, लेकिन इस पूरा ये पढ़ाई है ना 4 बार कर लेना, उसके बाद you are permitted. By the time he does it 4 times, that desire goes away, that disturbance goes away. So, anena adhitena ahoratran sandadami, when we are involved in it, automatically all other things go away from our life. खाते भी राम कहो, सोते भी राम कहो, पीते भी राम कहो, राम राम राम. That is the meaning. Anytime, everywhere, you are only in ATM. Anytime meditation. Anytime mantra Upanishad. Anena adhitena ahoratran anusandadhami. This is a commitment both by Guru and disciple. Guru is available for the disciple if you ask any question, certainly. Disciple ko bhi pana hai jnana, therefore ahorat. You know, you have to learn these things from the countries like Singapore or Hong Kong, their countries हो या जो भी है, China, etc. They are great in one thing. What do you know? When they conceive any project, है ना, not like our women bill, जो इतना हंगामा से कल डिस्कस हुआ, वो कहते हैं 2024 इलेक्शंस के बाद करने वाला कोई भी जो स्टडी के बाद 2029 में वो लागू होगा. अरे बाप रे, जब तक कौन रहेगा वो 6 साल. 2029 it will be, जो कल डिस्कशन हुआ, not that immediately it's going to be implemented. But as mentioned, these countries, when they take off a project, ahoratran, they just to keep the optimum time to complete, and in that kept optimum time, they complete and show it. देखो भाई, इंडिया में अब तो इम्प्रूव हो रहा है, एक ब्रिज बनानी है, अब कितने दिन लगते हैं ब्रिज बनाने में? ब्रिजभूषण को बोलना पड़ेगा. अब कौन है वो? इन द कंडीशन नहीं है. दे जस्ट प्लान आउट थिंग्स एंड फटाफट in 3 and 4 days they made some 100 kilometers of railway track, employing hundreds of people, planning it, bringing the material, the wonders that are there. Any plant they have to start, any of such constructions they have to make, or any things that are reassembled are all ahoratran sandadhami. The very good system, because then the value of time, no, कम से कम जब आइडिया आ ही गया तो कम से कम टाइम में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा करना है. हमको भी आइडिया when we got that through Upanishadic study, knowing the truth and getting liberated is moksha, how can we give time to anything including laziness or sleep? Ahoratran sandadhami. No, see, if you really go into the depth of these mantras, what an important and inspiring messages we receive. And the idea, as we shared in the introduction today, any hour of the day, 24 hours, if we don't give it to spirituality, and then obviously we have given it to something else then. So that thing is neutralizing its effect. है ना? In the ahoratra में चलो let's say 6 hours, 8 hours gone for sleep, other thing. Remaining 16 hours में, if our drushti is not on Paramatma, then where is the drushti? Something other than Paramatma. Then that will enter into us again. No, this we will not understand now. After 5-6 years more we understand. How by being ahoratra and anusandhami is the only way for not allowing anything outer to enter into us, to trouble us again. So to establishing ourselves in द डीप कॉन्टेम्पलेशन ऑफ द ट्रुथ. लगते हैं टाइम, लगने दो, देते जाओ. ठीक है. नाउ देखो, it is not enough that you have done the anusandhanam, that is tuning to the shastra and gaining that knowledge. More important is, what are you speaking out, what are you doing practically. Speaking out is proves whether we are studying shastra or not, or what we contain inside and what we have believed in. Doing proves how serious we are. Therefore, here the two words used are Rutam Vadishyami, Satyam Vadishyami. Vadishyami is the vocal word of vocative speaking, but Rutam Vadishyami means what I am convinced about the Shastra, that alone I talk. That is a proof that I am convinced. Is it not? So, such people are like, strongly they talk about what Upanishads they are studying, other things, wherever they go. चाहे लोगों को बोर लगे जाए. अब इतने लोग होते दुनिया में, दूसरे का पाहिर केयर ही नहीं करते. बोलते ही जाते, बोर करते हैं. If somebody can do that thing in negative, why can't we do in positive? Rutam Vadishyami is that I talk only scriptural spiritual truth, nothing else. Second, Satyam Vadishyami is practically doing it. I only do what is said in my spiritual Shastra sadhana. Like anything, what doctor told, that alone I speak to others, and what doctor told, that alone I practice. Therefore, I am healthy. Rutam Vadishyami, Satyam Vadishyami is everywhere required. शास्त्र ज्ञान को ही प्रचार करना, it proves that you have understood शास्त्र and you got convinced about it. Then शास्त्र ज्ञान जब आया उसी का अभ्यास करना, that means you are sincere regarding reaching the goal, and goal cannot be reached without the following of the path indicated by शास्त्र. So by saying Satyam Vadishyami, we are proving that we are sincere in reaching to our goal. Satyam Vadishyami is practical doing sadhana. Tanmamavatu, may that Omkara protect me. Vaktaram avatu, protect the speaker also. Avatumam, again protect me. Avatu Vaktaram, protect the Guru. Avatu Vaktaram. Because the Vaktara Acharyas, when they are protected, then they can teach to many, many disciples or students. Little more is there. Tomorrow we will see it. Okay. Now, what I thought of starting to do is precisely. First thing to know is we are studying Aitareya Upanishad. What is Upanishad? Upani Purvasya Kvip Pratyantasya Sadehe Dhatoho Visharana Gati Avasadana Puruka Upanishadu. That definition stands everywhere. So it is mentioned in the Katha and other Upanishads very exhaustively. So इधर इसलिए शंकर भगवान नहीं कह रहे. तो वी मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड उपा इज नियर, नी मीन्स नीचे बैठ के सरेंडर करके गुरु से सुनकर अभ्यास करने से जब ये तीन होते हैं, देन इट्स कॉल्ड उपनिषद. सो गोइंग टू द गुरु, सरेंडरिंग टू द गुरु, लिसनिंग फ्रॉम द गुरु, practicing. When this is done, till these three happen, then we are doing Upanishad. Upanishad is Anubhuti finally. What are the three things are? One, Visharana. Second, Avasadana. Third, Gati. Never forget these three words. Visharana means loosening of the samsara. We are पकड़ के रखा है संसार को so tightly कि यही सत्य है, इसी में सुख है, इसको मैं छोड़ नहीं सकता, इसके बिना मैं नहीं रह सकता हूँ. Like the whole world is in that strong hold of samsara. We are also. That has to be loosened. Second is what? Avasadana is a removal of the ignorance with the gaining of the knowledge. And what is the knowledge and what is ignorance? The world is real, there is no God. From that, the Parabrahma alone is reality. And everything else is mithya and delusory. That is called as the avasadhana, the removal of the ignorance along with delusions. Third is gati. Gati is reaching. Reaching to Brahmatmaikya Anubhuti. When these three happen, when we go to the Guru, surrender to him, listen from him, follow the sadhana, as exactly said, when all that happens, it is called Upanishad. Upanishad means Brahma Anubhuti दिलाने वाला, उसका obstruction रूपी अविद्या को निकाल देने वाला ब्रह्म विद्या. देखो याद रखना, कोई भी उपनिषद ब्रह्म विद्या, ब्रह्म अनुभूति कैसी देती है? बाय रिमूविंग द विद्या, नॉट बाय ब्रिंगिंग और क्रिएटिंग ब्रह्मन. वी आर ऑलरेडी एवर ब्रह्मन. हम ब्रह्म है, उसके लिए कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं. द इग्नोरेंस जो है जिसके कारण वी आर नॉट एबल टू नो वी आर ब्रह्मन, ऑल आवर उपनिषद स्टडी, ऑल आवर साधनास रिमूव्स दैट इग्नोरेंस. दैट्स इट. अविद्या को विद्या से निकालना ही ब्रह्म विद्या है. आफ्टर दैट ब्रह्म अनुभूति इज इंटरनल. इवन नाउ आई एम ब्रह्मन एंड आई एम एक्सपीरियंसिंग, बट आई एम नॉट अवेयर ऑफ इट because of avidya. So extremely acutely when I become aware or gain the avidya goes away, then experience becomes conspicuous. Like early morning, 4:30, you looking at the eastern side. There is a mountain, but you are not seeing it. Mountain is there. But as the light goes on, coming, then it becomes spashta. It was already there, but you were in the ignorance or darkness, we could not see. As the light came, so the light removed the darkness, ever existing mountain is revealed. So Vidya removed avidya, eternal Brahma Anubhuti is revealed. That is how the Upanishadic Brahma Vidya works. Keep it in mind, such topic hundreds of times. It came, it will come. We'll again and again remind ourselves. Okay. So in this Upanishad, hundreds of them are there. Bhagwan Adi Shankara Adi, they commented on 11 Upanishads, they are called as major. Isha Kena Kata Prashna Munda Mandukya Taitariya Aitareya Shvetashvatara Chandogya Brahadaranyaka. Exactly 11. Other than that, so many Upanishads there. Rama Upanishad is, Sita Upanishad, Kaivalya Upanishad is there, Mukti Upanishad is there, Amruta Bindu Upanishad is there, Jabal Upanishad is there, Surya Akshi Upanishad is there. अब लगाओ हिसाब तो बहुत सारे. कौशिक के उपनिषद is there, Kalisantarana Upanishad is there, Ganapatyatarva Shirsha Upanishad is there, Narayana Upanishad is there, Surya Upanishad is there. अब इतने सारे. But these 11, so we keep a sequence of it and we study. We have kept it. Generally, traditionally, आदि शंकर भगवान के बाद में इनका ऐसे सीक्वेंस कर कर पढ़ते हैं. We tried that only, trying. So ईशा केना कटा प्रश्न मुंडा मांडुक्य तैत्तिरीय, these are done. Now we have come to Aitareya Upanishad. I'm just giving an idea. This Aitareya Upanishad is found in the Rigveda, in the Aitareya Aranyaka. And where is Rigveda? I have not brought and shown you because मैं खुद ही नहीं देखा है. देखा हूँ, बुक्स को क्यों नहीं देखते? खरीदना है, देखो एक बार, रखना है सारे वेद. So in the Rigveda, Aitareya Aranyaka, 3, 4, 5, 6 chapters ऐसा. This is this Aitareya Upanishad is this found in that. Like Mahabharata, Bhishma Parva, from 25 to 42 chapters is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So in the Anushasanika Parva is Vishnu Sahasranama. In the same way, Sanat Sujatiyam or Shiva Sahasranamavali or Viduraniti, they're all from Mahabharata. Excerpts. In the same way, this is from Aitareya Upanishad. This is from Aitareya Aranyaka of Rigveda. Clear? Now, it has got 3 chapters. Adhyaya, let us say. Second and third chapters have one khanda only. But the first chapter has got 3 khanda. So the 3 khanda, fourth, fifth, total में 5 खंड है अध्याय 3 में. अब क्यों अध्याय क्या खंड? We need not worry. But it is like this. First अध्याय has 3 khanda. Second and third has 1. Kera Upanishad also like that. Other Upanishad valli होते हैं. Like in Taitira Upanishad 3 vallis are there. And Katha Upanishad 2 Adhyaya, each has going 3 valli, total 6. Prashna Upanishad was not in the form of valli, but it has got in the form of the 6 questions and answers. Chandogya and Vradhaneka, they are Adhyayas and Khanda. Portions, physics, maybe, and mathematics is also divided. You call the trigonometrical science, the mass is different. Then the algebra type of mass is different. Then the variety of things are there. Physics maybe different. Botany, zoology maybe different branches. Here also the names. The adhyayas, vallis, etc. are just to remember. It's all for convenience sake. All are convenience sake. The final thing is knowing the truth. बाकी सब टू मेक कन्वीनियंट, ताकि गुरु कहेंगे अरे चाहते अध्याय में 5वां मंत्र निकाल, तो इजी होएगा उसको. ऐसा कोई इंडिकेशन नहीं है तो फिर वेयर टू सर्च फॉर. Like buses. Why do they give the bus number? Every bus is traveling, but unless the number is given, we will not know कि where from where it is going. मेरा बस है कि नहीं वो उस बस में बैठना. ट्रेन का नंबर क्यों देते? Just to know. Same way here. Okay. So we are into Rigveda Antargata Aitareya, Aranyaka Antargata Aitareya Upanishad having three chapters. First chapter has three khanda, second and third has one khanda. Okay. Now here there are two aspects. One aspect is Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Sambandha Bhashya, which runs to 10-12 pages, which I was trying to study, which was so mind blowing to me. मैं तो छोड़ ही दिया उसको. आपको भी नहीं पढ़ाऊंगा मैं. मुझे खुद ही नहीं समझा तो आपको कैसे पढ़ाऊं? When I understand in a week's time, I'll try to tell. But ऊपर ऊपर से क्या समझा है कि three very important aspects in the Sambandha Bhashya is कि ruthlessly he is rejecting some things and bringing some point to our cognition. That also I personally thought in the introduction only Bhagavan Shankara gave, because when the Upanishad is studied, there are umpteen number of chances to misunderstand the Upanishad. अंडरस्टैंडिंग से ज्यादा मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग के ज्यादा है इस उपनिषद में. अंडरस्टैंड मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग नॉट अबाउट द वर्ल्ड व्यवहार कि दिस इज उपनिषद इज व्हाट ब्रह्म विद्या ना. So the Upanishads flow here is not at all appearing like the Brahma Vidya or Brahma Tattva proving content, because whole thing is in the form of creation, creation, creation. When there is creation, there is a creator, the created, the action. So wherever the karta is there, Ishvara and Jiva, and also there is the creation karma is there, all of that falls in the purview of samsara only. Now that seeming subject, which is talking of this type of subject, which is tentatively to be the type of samsara, how can you call it Brahma Vidya? When it is not Brahma Vidya, how can you call it as Upanishad? है कि नहीं? So, umpteen number of chances are there for the disciples, if directly Upanishad is taken, to feel that there is no Brahman, only creation is going on, it's all relative world. In absolute Brahman, there is no creator, created, creating, mendiness, multitude, कुछ है ही नहीं ना. So he takes all the pains in the first 10 pages to ruthlessly tell us, my dear friends, don't see the superficial Upanishad, see the undercurrent of it. तो उपनिषद ऊपर ऊपर आपको ऐसा दिख रहा होगा, बट अंडर करेंट ऑफ इट इज एस्टैब्लिशिंग ब्रह्म विद्या ओनली. दैट इज द ग्लोरी एंड जीनियस बोथ ऑफ द उपनिषद श्रुति माता एंड आदि शंकर भगवान टू बी एबल टू make us realize it, understand it, make us understand. Such a very powerful way it is. One side it looks like that creation is happening, creator is going on creating, but undercurrent, and what the purpose of all that is what Upanishad ka bhi, it is called as the Adhyaropa Apavada Paddhati. है कि नहीं? देखो क्या होता है कि जगत का अध्यारोप करके भगवान का अपवाद होता है. by super is imposing भगवान, sorry जगत, the परमात्मा is denied. स्पिरिचुअल साधना में ऐसे सटल टेक्स्ट में सेम थिंग इज डन उल्टा. वर्ड्स आर यूज्ड सेम बट पॉजिटिवली. व्हाट इज दैट? परब्रह्म का अध्यारोप होकर जगत का अपवाद होता है. व्हाट इज डन जनरली? जगत का अध्यारोप होकर सुपर इम्पोजिशन, परब्रह्म का अपवाद. लाइक द स्नेक इज सुपर इम्पोज्ड एंड द रोप इज रिमूव्ड और फॉरगॉटन. This is called as Jagat is Adhyaropita and the Parabrahma is Apavada. Now what is done here? Ki this rope is superimposed and then the snake is rejected. That superimposed rope is found to be later on the truth, the reality. Why it is called then rope is superimposed when it is reality? From the standpoint of the seeker who is thinking the rope or snake is real. So here also we are seeing the creation. So realistic it is. Therefore, taking our own standpoint of seeing creation, the whole Upanishad explains to us as if really creation happened. And when it comes to that second khanda or first khanda, first adhyaya, third khanda onwards, then after Simana Midarya enter ho gaya, he starts contemplating. that jiva. When he starts contemplating, in his height of contemplation, he discovers, how he discovers, we'll see in the Upanishad, only one Brahman alone is there. In the discovery of Brahman, Adhyaya Poraya Brahmaka, whole creation which was explained earlier, which we are seeing, for our sake it was explained, uska apavad ho jata hai. Then what remains is pure Brahman, how much ever magnanimous, very dynamically happening creation you may see. Like how much dynamically you may see the dream, how much dynamically you may see the movie, but all illusion, not real. Yesterday I was telling I was watching all the film industry, everyone, because of that program of Centenary. I was thinking on this only, ki for a person to write a story about a movie, and that he is giving it to the director, and the director discussing with the producer, and put together they are chalking out the whole thing, and then further the different location, the sets, the lyrics, or the songs, or the dialogues, and in between you have to add the masala of sentiments or emotions or the comedy, and suitable persons you have to select, and you have to train them, and they have to get training, and they have to do the rehearsal, then uska 100 बार shooting करो, उसको cut करो, edit करो. जो इतना बड़ा दुनिया है रे बाबा ये, to maintain the whole studio, and very dynamically. And to do all for what? One story which is imagined to show it to us as an entertainment. And we see it and we get entertained also without knowing that it is not real at all. Now, is this not movie making? Is a good example for us to understand that how dynamically the whole world may be there, yet it is supported by the unchanging, the pure Parabrahman substratum, the subtle Paramatma, supported by him. Like the whole people who are there, like the director, he's only for the sake of movies director. Otherwise, an independent how person, an individual only, a family member, a producer, only for the movie is producer, only for this movie. Otherwise, he has got different individuality. Substratum in every actor is different than the roles he is playing. The music sing director, he is a human being. He directed music, he lyricist. He is a human being, did the lyrics. And the people who are setting the stages, who are shooting the thing, ये सारे भी बाहर एक काम कर रहे हैं, but अंदर के अंदर everybody is individual. Like yesterday, I was telling that Ganapati when I was watching, the entire Indian cricket team fellows were there. They were in a very normal dress like anyone. But on the ground, you see a different attire, dress, different zeal, just purpose, goal. The Sare, alage, was there other individual basically. Then each one took up one profession and he is excelling in that for livelihood, for name, fame, for money, whatever. But basically, all are one. All MLAs, MPs. Basically, they are human beings. Then they got the inspiration for that. Now they have taken up those identities and doing whatever they can. Like I am also. Individual, but took up this job of troubling you through this satsang. So too, the Brahman remaining intact. On that, the whole show play is happening. And even in the end, through that whole play and show, Brahman alone is permeating. See him first, get liberated. Then play in liberation, play through liberation, in the play of the multiplicity, if at all, which should not make any difference. है ना, ये ब्रह्म ज्ञानी को ब्रह्म अनुभव में रहे या ये मल्टीपल जगत में आवे, उनका ब्रह्म अनुभव का कुछ बिगड़ता नहीं. उपाधिस्तोपि तद्धर्मयि अलिप्तो व्योमवत् मुनिः सर्ववित् मूढ़वत् तिष्ठेत असक्तो वायुवत् चरेत. All those beautiful shlokas are there. Now tomorrow when we come, we will see all the 3 to 5 khadda, what are the contents that are there, just like that. So that little more familiarity happens to me and to you. मैं भी पहली बार पढ़ रहा हूँ आइतरेय उपनिषद. And as difficult it is for you to sit and study, double it is to me, because I have 6 classes to do. So we'll go through. So see the bird's eye view of what it is containing. Yeah. Then little of Bhashya. My idea is 10-15 days it is needed. Today's third day. Just to enter into the groove of this Aitareya Upanishad. Then within 2-3 months we can do the whole thorough study of it. because it's not as direct, as simple as other Upanishads. Samandha Bhashya itna lamba choda hai. The main mantras also. Mantras are easy, very enchanting. They are like Pauranika mantra only. कि भगवान ने ये बनाया वो बनाया वगैरह. But we are not here to study in a Pauranic manner the Upanishad. We have to see the every sloka mein where the truth indicated. We have to search it out. Bhagavan will help us. Bhashyakara. So this is how this Aitareya will be studied by us steadily, slowly. We are just now starting to drive. Suddenly 100 स्पीड 5 गियर में नहीं डालते ना. पहले तो फर्स्ट गियर न्यूट्रल धीरे धीरे सीखना है. So every Upanishad has its own way or style. We have to understand it. All are talking Brahma Vidya. And remember last thought. One Upanishad of any type is enough to reach Brahman. We are doing it academically for keeping ourselves in touch. Ishavasa is enough. ठीक है. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परम ऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. ओम 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 ओम. Everyday introductions that are given in all classes, I believe they are also of some importance or useful. So देखो भी केयरलेस नहीं होना, उसको भी सुन लेना. Like today, how many details were discussed in the introduction. Thank you.